Woo-wee, my face looks shiny. Hi everyone, my name is Shelby. For those of you that don't know, I bet you guys clicked on this video wanting to know more about spironolactone, the medication, and acne. I will get into that. You probably noticed that, oh, what is this girl talking about? She doesn't have acne. What is she taking spironolactone for? I'm wearing some makeup right now. Don't you worry, I'll wash it off so you can see my skin at the end of the video and what it's looking like today. First, I wanted to start off by saying I am not sponsored by anybody. I am not a doctor. I am not a dermatologist. I'm just an adult that's dealing with acne. Whoo-wee, my face looks shiny. I promise my face is not this shiny. It's probably from the makeup and the lights shining on my face. I was a late bloomer. I say I hit puberty around, I don't know, 13-ish. I got my period around 14. I'm sorry if any of that grosses you out, guys. It's a natural thing. We should all be able to talk about this. I started noticing I was getting a few breakouts along my forehead, a few pimples here and there. It wasn't anything major, it was just teenage acne. Honestly, I used to have like the side swoop bangs, and I think it was probably from that, just from my hair sitting on my forehead all day. Being a teenager, you know, I covered it up all the time anyway, it was fine. So as I started to get older, I noticed my skin started to change. And I noticed right around 19, I would start to get these underneath the skin bumps, and they were little, they weren't very big. And I would get some like around my hairline and a little bit up here, mostly on my forehead. And everybody knows about Proactive, and it was the biggest thing, and all the celebrities are taking it, and it was working. And I was on a very tight budget. I was a server at a restaurant and was making $2.13 an hour, which is minimum wage for a server. And I relied on tips. Always tip your servers if that's what they rely on. Side note. So I finally bit the bullet and decided to start using Proactive. I would use the face wash, the toner, the moisturizer, and I used that for, I'd say, I don't know, 6 months or so. I noticed no difference. I couldn't afford it anymore. I decided to stop using it, stop ordering it. And then I just started to use makeup more and cover up my skin. I never used a full coverage foundation, honestly, until recently. My skin was kind of clearing up. I got a little bit of like the under the skin bumps. I would call it chicken skin. It's kind of what it looked like. And sometimes they never really came to a head. They would just go away. And I was in my young 20s. I didn't really have a super crazy skincare regimen. I didn't think too much about it. I thought, oh, it'll just go away with age. No. So a couple years go by, and I am, let's say 24. I started to get acne that it was moving down. It was coming from deep under the skin, and they hurt. And I would get them in my hairline and kind of right here, mostly on my cheeks. They stopped appearing on my forehead altogether, except for some up here in my hairline, and maybe one like right in between my eyes every now and then. And then 2016, 2017, 2018, it just starts getting worse on my cheeks. And just in the last, I'd say 4 months, they started moving down my jawline and then on my chin and underneath my chin right here, which is really frustrating. Up to this point, let me tell you, I had tried so many face washes, so many toners, so many scrubs, so many masks, and nothing was working for me. So I then started to research and say, okay, something has to be wrong. I don't understand. Like, my mom doesn't have acne, my twin brother doesn't have acne. So I just didn't know where it was coming from. So I started researching what causes acne. I went to the Googles and I found a bunch of different things that people recommend try. I tried cutting dairy out, which is so hard for me because I love cheese. Love cheese. And so I tried cutting dairy out for a while. That seemed to work a little bit at first, but then just stopped. And that's what happened with a lot of the things that I was using, is it worked for a little bit and then it would just stop. And sometimes it would make it worse. And I know that it does get worse before it gets better with a lot of things, a lot of different products. But it started to get really expensive, and I just couldn't afford to keep buying more and more and more products. So I finally went to a dermatologist, and he looked at my face, and he had a glove on, and he rubbed it up and down for a little bit with the back of his finger and felt the bumps, the different kinds, and he notated it. And he prescribed me a topical cream. I don't quite remember what it was, but it didn't work. And at this point, I was just really fed up with everything. I thought, okay, maybe I'm just supposed to have acne and I will grow out of it, no big deal. So at the end of 2015, I started dating this guy, and it got really serious. It's so serious, in fact, that he proposed last April in 2018. And the nail in the coffin for me with the acne was when we took our engagement pictures, and in some of the pictures I could see some of the red bumps and red marks through my makeup, and it was so disheartening to see. Like, these are such special pictures that was really hard for me. And so I was like, okay, I need to do something. And at this point I started researching things to take orally, a way to attack it from inside my body, because I hadn't done that before. And I don't even like to take ibuprofen. I don't like to take medicine unless I really have to. So in the beginning I had heard of Accutane, and I was like, oh my gosh, Accutane is so hard on your body, it's so rough. Everybody says it's kind of scary. I started researching it. I watched YouTube video after YouTube video. I read articles. I researched. I talked to a couple friends that had taken it, had them tell me their stories. And so I had convinced myself that I was ready to go on Accutane. So I had scheduled another dermatologist appointment, and it was on February 1st of 2019. So not even a month ago. And I went in and I was dead set, and I had done my research. I could write a report on how much research I did on Accutane, and I was dead set, and I told her, this is everything that I've learned about Accutane. I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do. My wedding is June 1st, if that gives you kind of a time frame of when I want to clear up my skin. And I went into the dermatologist and I said, look, I have been researching my butt off about Accutane, and I really think that this is right for me. I want to do this. I've tried so many topicals. I've tried changing my diet. I've tried birth control. That was one thing that I tried to do internally, and I took birth control when I was a teenager, starting at 17, and then I was off of it, and then I was on it again, and I took the pill. I had the NuvaRing, the Depot shot. I did not like the shot. I was on the shot for a year, and it just totally changed my attitude. It changed my mindset. I didn't like that at all. So I didn't really want to get on birth control. I forgot to take the pill all the time, so that was another problem for me. Anyway, I told my dermatologist that I want to go on Accutane. Something needs to happen. My wedding's June 1st. I need my skin to be cleared up. And she said, okay, we can do that for you. We will need to get you signed into the iPledge program, which we started that day. I have my little packet. And because I'm a female, you have to have 2 negative pregnancy tests, because Accutane can cause serious birth defects on a baby, and nobody wants that. So you have to do this iPledge program, and it's basically you're pledging to not get pregnant, and you have to be on 2 forms of birth control. And then she said, in the meantime, while you're waiting, you can try Spironolactone. And I said, okay, you know, I heard about spironolactone. I didn't do too much research on it because I was dead set on taking Accutane. So I started taking the spironolactone. I am prescribed 50 milligrams twice a day. So that's 100 milligrams total a day. I actually called my dermatologist today because since I've been taking it, I actually really haven't noticed much improvement in my skin, but I know that it doesn't have the same side effects as Accutane does, and seeing that my wedding is coming up on June 1st, I really don't want to have super dry lips and even drier skin than I already do. And I don't know, because a lot of times on Accutane you get that purge, that initial purge around maybe month 1, 2, or 3 from so I've heard, and I didn't want that month to be on my wedding day. So I decided in the last week that I'm just going to stick with spironolactone because I started researching that more, and for a lot of people it takes around month 3 to start kicking in, and I will have been on it for 4 months when my wedding rolls around. So I called my dermatologist today and said that I think I'm just going to take spironolactone up until my wedding and see what it does, and I will continue taking it if it continues to improve, and then I will get off of it. And if my skin goes crazy like I've heard some people's do after they stop taking it, then I'm going to try Accutane. So that's the basics of my story. I'm probably forgetting stuff. So let's get into the spironolactone. We'll start talking about that. I started at 50 milligrams, and they tell me to take 1 tablet by mouth twice a day. I took mine out of the container, and because I'm a granny mans, I put it in this pill box like this because I am taking some supplements. I'm taking a collagen supplement to try and help plump up my skin, and then I'm taking a powder that you mix in with like cashew milk, which is what I use, or almond milk or water in the morning, and it's just like a superfood powder. Spironolactone is actually a high blood pressure medication, and they found a side effect of it that it stops the production of the male hormone, the androgens, which when they're overproducing in your body, it clogs up your pores and causes acne. It was kind of crazy to me to think that I'm taking a high blood pressure medication at 28 years old, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is what my pill looks like. I don't know if the camera will focus in on that, but I just take one in the morning and I take one at night, and then with my other supplements in the morning and night. I always try to take it with food. It does say on here to take with food. I'm going to insert some pictures here. Week 1, I started taking it on a Saturday, so I try to take pictures every Saturday. And I have been taking it now. I started on the 2nd, I believe. I've been taking it now for about 3.5 weeks. I can't decide if I want to do weekly updates or monthly updates. You guys tell me. Let me know down in the comments below if you want me to do weekly updates or monthly updates. Let me know if this video was helpful to you. Let me know if you have any questions. I will definitely answer them to the best of my ability. I would love to grow a strong community on here, and we can talk about this kind of stuff. Let me know what other types of videos you guys want to see. So now it's time to go wash my face, and I will show you what it looks like. Okay everyone, I'm back. Whew, this is scary. I'm going to do a close-up for you to let you know what it looks like. I know that some of you may have worse acne than I do, and I know that some of you may have better skin than I do. Everybody's different, everybody's on their own journey, everybody is going through their own issues, so I really hope that this helps you guys. So this is my skin up close. You can see that it's down my cheek, and there's a lot of hyperpigmentation and scarring, and you can see it go down my cheek. I've got this stupid one that just popped up here, across my chin, underneath, and this is all flat right here. It's just all scarring, but you can tell the raised ones are the new ones. Gosh, I can't believe I'm showing this to you. Ah! But yeah. See, I don't really have much on my forehead. So, we got up close and personal. So I hope that this first episode of my Spironolactone update really helped at least one person out there. That's what I'm looking for. Please let me know in the comments down below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of, what you don't want to see more of. I hope everybody sleeps well if you're going to bed or getting up in the morning. Good morning, have a great day, love you all. Bye. So, I was a late bloom. Ugh. Excuse me.